My people, how are we in Piptown today? It is November 1st, ladies and gentlemen. Eastern Standard Time is back. Daylight Savings Time is over. We are probably an hour later for some of you out there if you're in the US or in certain states of the US. Then you are also on Daylight Savings Time. So for you, it might actually seem like it's exactly the same. But for those of you around the world who feel like this is an hour off, adjust your clocks because this is going to be the time for the next 6 months or so, I guess, of the morning build. Actually, I might actually change the morning build. It might become Fancy Matt Presents. But how are we doing today? What's up, everybody? GKM, Theo, Jester, Apple Bricks. What's up, guys? Mike, Kate, Theosaurus. I am everywhere. Good morning, all. Mike, I am so glad to hear that your, what was it, your wife? You have, just want to thank you for the shout out to Kate. We have 2 children. I'm making the assumption that she's your wife, then. I mean, no, it's no offense if she is or isn't, but there you go. And then also, Mike mentioned this this weird bug thing about when you what was it? When you purchased the new booster pass. I also experienced the same bug. I bought the booster pass and suddenly had over 500 energy and over 15,000 gems and all this other kind of weird stuff. And then my game refreshed and all that stuff was gone, but I did have the correct rewards from having just purchased the booster pass. So I have a feeling that something happens when you purchase the booster pass that like gives you all of the rewards for all 14 days or something like that right away instead of parsing it out, and then when your game refreshes it like auto corrects that issue, because there wasn't like an update that went live. I bought the booster pass and got this crazy amount of energy and gems but did not get the premium bag, so who knows what that's all about. And then after a couple minutes, my game just auto refreshed itself, right? Where it like shut down and reloaded itself. And when it reloaded, it was all the correct things from the booster pass. So I don't know what that's all about, but yes, I did also experience that bug. Also, thank you for the 100 subscribers, guys. I think now this means on YouTube, I can apply for my own real YouTube channel URL instead of, you know, youtube.com/, it can be youtube.com/fancymatt if that's still available. But yes, I think I may actually be changing the name of the stream to Fancy Matt Presents because there are more games and more things that I want to do. So instead of calling this like the morning build, it would then be Fancy Matt Presents Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed or something along those lines. I'm not settled on the name yet. I have, whoops, sorry, just knocking all these things around on my desk. I have a whole bunch of things to actually try out, some names to go through and things to edit and change. There's also going to be some artwork that has to change in order to make all of that happen. So we'll see how it really goes. We'll see what I actually manage to change it to, but just note that there is an incoming change to both the name of the stream and the artwork that I use, most likely. So GKM says, I still don't know how to do that. You mean how to get your own custom URL? Well, let me see if I think I know how to do it. I think I know how to apply for it, I should say. So once I do it, if I do it correctly, I'll let you know how I did it. And over here on Twitch, what's up, Extreme? Nice to see you here. The big century, Matt. Congrats, the big 100, that's right. I got some extra arena currency too, but I couldn't spend it. I doubt that there's extra rewards we got that we could even spend. Yeah, Theo, I had the same thing. Like, it showed that I had almost 600 energy, but I couldn't use all 600 energy. When I went to go use it all, it just like, that's when it just sort of restarted the whole game. So, morning after Halloween. How was everybody's Halloween? That's what I want to know. Did you go out and do something spooky? Did you observe social distancing guidelines? Did you wear a mask? Did your Halloween costume already include one, so it was just a convenience to have to wear one anyway? How did you do on candy, guys? Dude, I'm sorry. I set my video to premiere at 10 today as usual, so it doesn't interfere with your stream, but daylight saving messed it all up. No! That's right, GKM. I don't take any offense to it. It's no big deal. I hope that, well, I suppose that all of the people who are in my stream can go watch your video after the stream is over anyway, so there we go. But yes, daylight savings time definitely takes some getting used to. Mike, got some gems on 5 premium bags, which I didn't have enough for originally. I got to keep them though, so now at 500. Well, that's nice. Well done. Yeah, after I made my purchase for it, I was at like 14,000 gems all of a sudden and thought, that's not what I purchased. But then luckily it sort of all reset itself. Weird, but yeah. Made use of Disney Plus and its group stream feature to watch Nightmare Before Christmas with my long-distance girlfriend. Theo, that's awesome. I wish you could meet my girlfriend who lives in Canada. For anybody who's ever seen that musical. Oh my god, why am I blanking on the name of the musical? Wow. Oh my goodness. Schadenfreude. It's with the puppets on the street. Why can I not remember what it's called? If you guys can remember what it's called, wow, this is a total blank. I love this musical, and it's just like, you know when you are absolutely sure you know somebody's name because they've been your friend for like 20 years, and then you look at them and you're like, I just in this very moment can't remember what your name is. That's what's happening to me right now with this musical. If any of you are musical fans and you know what I'm talking about, go for it. GKM, is that Charlie Brown? No, that is definitely not Charlie Brown, but nice callback from yesterday. Oh, man. She goes to another school. You wouldn't know her. Theo, that's nice. And no, it's not from Rent either. All right, guys, let's get into the quests for the day. We already have our energy on like 1 hour cooldown because it's an hour later for me, but it's not an hour later for the people who put together the game, right? So you'll notice that the energy refresh only has an hour left, even though it is 9 a.m. New York time. Normally this would say 2 hours left, or rather an hour, 52 minutes and 32 seconds or whatever. But I just have to be aware that my energy used to refresh at 9, 1, and 7. And now it's going to refresh for me at 8, noon, and 6. So if you are in a place that observes daylight savings time, please make sure that you note that all of those times have now changed, and they will all appear to be an hour earlier than they were before, right? Because their clock is at the same place. You used to be here. Now your clock is here, but they're still here. That makes sense? So all of the things that refresh are going to refresh an hour earlier than they used to. That also means your arena payout time is likely to be an hour earlier than it used to be, in case you are one of those people who like plays the arena or whatever that is. I already did my glyph hunt this morning. You guys may notice here as well that I did bring my Zany Zane up to gear level 7. Woo-woo! Man, my voice is tired. No train whistles today. I don't know that anything is going to happen today that's going to be worthy of the train whistle anyway, so it might not matter, to be completely honest with you. But no train whistles today, at least not first thing in the morning. I haven't been up long enough for train whistles. Fernando! What's up, buddy boy? How you doing, my man? Okay, I've got all the energies. Commander Cold sitting at... How many Commander Cold tiles you gonna give me, Gameloft? Give me the news! Mike, I've seen GKM is streaming soon. We'll check it out later. I believe he's streaming Tibster's Magical Team, if anyone is interested. I don't think GKM is streaming. I think he has scheduled for his video to drop, right? So like in YouTube, when you upload a video, you can set it to public, private, or unlisted. You can also set it to say unlisted and then set a timer for it to automatically go public. It allows you to actually advertise that the video is coming out before the video actually drops. It's a pretty cool feature, actually, but I think, and GKM, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what he meant. Yeah, Spooky Team. GKM says he's premiering a Spooky Team video in 1 hour. 1 hour or now is what you're saying, like because of daylight savings time, it's actually premiering now. And then here in the UK, we changed last week. Well, Mike, you guys are just way ahead of us. So there. Yes, Captain Flameheart does confirm payout times for the arena do also change. So be aware of that if you need to. Good morning, Camlin. How are you doing? How was my extra hour of sleep? I actually completely forgot last night that we were going to be moving our clocks forward. And nowadays, right, all of the clocks like automatically update, right, and automatically sync up and all that kind of jazz. So I wear a Fitbit and I have like alarms set on my Fitbit, so it just vibrates when it's supposed to wake me up. But it auto updated. I have an alarm on my phone that's set for like 5 minutes after my Fitbit, so that I can actually make sure to get out of bed, and those updated correctly. I completely forgot that we got an hour extra sleep, but I can tell you, I always like getting an hour extra sleep. Like everybody does, because sleep is awesome. Sleep makes you feel nice. Extreme, can you tell us a romantic story of how you and your girlfriend met? I have my tissues ready. Actually, my girlfriend, I was about to say, no, my fiance and I met at an audition for Bat Out of Hell, the Meatloaf musical. And I asked her if she wanted to go out for tea. And she got really excited about that because, you know, a lot of guys were like, hey, you want to go get a drink later? And she was like, oh my God, he asked me out for tea. And that's really, really sweet. It means he actually wants to talk to me. And the truth is, I just didn't want to pay for drinks because tea is cheaper. But that's how we met. And now we like telling that story because it's kind of funny and ridiculous. But yep, we met at an audition for a Meatloaf musical called Bat Out of Hell. Neither of us booked the job, by the way. But we're together all the same. All right, let's come into the Monolith Waste here. Let's spend our energy this morning just doing the same farm that we do every day in the Monolith, trying to get all these characters up to 7 stars. As you guys know, I have several characters that are ready to star up, but I don't use them for anything, so I'm waiting for the next Money Bags event that requires several million gold to be spent before actually shelling out a lot of gold on the teams that I'm really trying to upgrade. This would include the teams that I'm not actually trying to upgrade. So this would include like the space characters that I have ready to upgrade. This would include some of the extra characters that I have ready to go up to 6 or 7 stars, because I really want to keep farming that master currency. Now, remember, when you're farming the master currency, that these extra tiles never go away. So if, for example, I need 250 tiles of Headley in order to basically have enough to 7-star him. If I keep getting extra tiles of him, it's really no harm, no foul. As soon as I get him to 7 stars, actually pay for the upgrades to him, then the extra tiles will convert just like they normally would, so that I can actually start spending them as master currency. So it's all going to sort of come back to me in the end, right? It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. There were moments of gold and there were flashes of light. For all my Celine Dion fans out there. Okay. Oh, all right. GKM, I see what you're saying. Yes. So because of daylight savings time, GKM's video has dropped live now when it was supposed to go at 10 a.m. But what used to be 10 a.m. is now. Actually, according to daylight savings time. So, no worries, GKM, my dude. But whenever everybody gets off the stream, you should definitely go over there and check out GKM's video on spooky teams, because that's all the rage right now, guys. The major whales have some serious spooky dudes, specifically that Basil and Willa that they're running, and a lot of them have Slimer as well. Those 3 characters together do a lot of damage and have a lot of sustain built into them. So if you are interested in seeing how the spooky teams perform, GKM's got a video ready for you. Avenue Q, Jennifer Shaw, thank you for saving my life. If my fiance were here right now, she would have screamed it at me through the door, because it is incredibly silly that I couldn't think of it. But yes, Avenue Q. Oh my god. Purpose. Purpose. It's that little thing that lights a fire under your ass. Check out Ghost killing stuff. Ninjas get wrecked. Really? Well, good to know about the Ghost. Yeah, they are just putting more and more characters in the game that do have the ability to combat the ninjas, because it looks like being able to fight ninjas is the litmus test for whether or not you are powerful in this game right now, which is indication that the ninjas are way too strong. But I digress. What's everybody saying over here on Twitch? I'm English, I drink coffee, tea is overrated. Wow, Mike, bucking the trend there. English dude who doesn't drink tea? What are you doing, man? You going crazy? She wasn't like the namesake then. Like the proverbial bat out of hell. No. We did sing rock songs for the audition. I think she sang... Actually, I'll be completely honest with you, I wasn't in the room. I have no idea what she's saying. I sang a Bon Jovi song for that audition, and it did not go very well. But sometimes that's just how it works. Ooh, tanks. Do I want to try this again with my tank and heal team? No, I still don't. I'm still just uninterested in the 45-minute battle that is this tier 7 challenge. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Made Ghost Gear 7 yesterday. Captain, are you using your Ghost in your arena team? How is it performing? Let me know, bro. Could you ask GKM what the song is at the end of his videos? Block me on Instagram or something and where I can get it. GKM, if you heard that, Mike over on Twitch is asking that question for you. Oh yeah, that's GKM's band, dude. The free energy also came an hour early. No, that's what I mean. So GKM, right, according to like sort of like Game Loft Studios, they're not observing daylight savings time because they're just keeping it the same like worldwide. It's actually the people who observe daylight savings time that are the weird ones, not the other way around, right? So most of the things that you wear on your wrist or carry in your pocket that are smart devices, phones and things like that, they just have software in them that knows this. I mean, GKM, I know you already know this, but most of these things just have all of the stuff in them automatically syncs with the time zone that you're in, like several times per minute, probably several times per second, to be honest with you. So if your time zone changes what time it is, they just sync up automatically. But yeah, daylight savings time is a weird thing that used to be very helpful, but now we actually don't know. We actually just don't need it anymore because we have like atomic clocks. So it's unnecessary. Okay, Mike. GKM says that the song is called Isolate, and it is GKM's band. That is one of their actual songs. They just switched it in for our new single, Tired of the Lies as well. It's all on Spotify. What do they look for on Spotify? They look for GKM band on Spotify to find your stuff? That's awesome. And then Captain Flameheart, yes, using Ghost in his arena team with a mix of pirates and Ghost and also Magical Castle with Ghost. Cool. Ghost is the only spooky hero to use in the arena. When you get some debuffs with the Buccaneers, Ghost can do some decent damage. So there you go. Speaking of the arena, let's go in here and do our first arena battle. Got pushed back to 53 over the even-in. 53. Here's a question, though. Should I come in and try a battle? Yeah, let's try a battle with this other team that I've been working with. Let's see how it performs, right? I now have I am short. There's only one gear, or rather, there's only one 7-star character on this team, which means even if I do win this battle, it's going to make me a huge target, because my team just looks weaker than everybody else. However, I do have 4 gear level 7 characters on the team, so that's pretty nice. And I also have my Ice Station Odyssey at 3s across the board. Looking at abilities, Well, the first one is a 4 and then straight 3s across the board. So, Ice Station Odyssey not leveled up as high as it possibly could be. Plus, not all 7-star characters coming in here. But let's give it a shot and see how it performs. Let's get an idea here of what we're working toward. See if we can get back down under 50 using this particular team. GKM says green knuckle material. GKM, green knuckle material. I think that's what you're supposed to be looking for on the spotty fi-fi. All right. Now, we know that we still want to take out Redbeard first. So, we'll put all of our team into stealth. Oh, but maybe now if everybody's in stealth, we can actually change the order around because we don't actually have to worry about the counterattack, right? Right. So, instead, we're actually going to start by hammering away at Scarlet. The goal, obviously, being that if we can take Scarlet out, then... Oh, hold on a second. If we can take Scarlet out, then we don't have to worry about the auto taunt. Now, this might end up just being a major mistake. We'll see here. Ooh, could be. This is obviously like only the first or second time I'm even really trying this, so I don't know how well it's going to function. Although now it looks like I need to kind of come in here and hammer down on some other folks. Yeah, okay, so going after Scarlet right away seems to be a very clear mistake. So we actually need to take down their Woo first if we can, because now their whatchamajigger, Redbeard, is stealthed. Okay. Now we can get back to fighting the Woo Screw. Ooh, can I take him out before he does his special? I don't know that I can. My Lloyd is about to die. I just don't know if I deal enough damage using my clearing ability. Let's find out. Oh, yes! Because I forgot it pulls another ninja to assist. Brilliant. Brilliant. So now we're just going to keep hammering away at Scarlet here for a second, which is unfortunate. We really need to be able to take down Redbeard without... Okay. Oh, no. Is she going to get her double taunt? No, because she had Dizzy, so now she will be stunned. Stunned! Wah ha 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 ha! Now, this is nice. Oh, so nice. Okay, Woo. Get your bonuses in here. Let's go ahead and put that defense on everybody. Oh, yes. Do that double damage. Do that double damage to people who have Dizzy Monsieur Zane with your AoE. Look at that giant hit coming in from Redbeard, and I just took it like a champ. That was amazing. Now it looks like I'm probably going to lose though, because look at all of the missing, like 2 misses in a row. Super unfortunate. All right, so we are going to end up losing this battle, but very, very close. And had I just targeted Redbeard from the beginning, I think we probably would have actually won. So that's on me. But even still, showcasing that the team really might function pretty well, especially once I get all the rest of the people up to 7 stars. Or even Lloyd up to 6. Remember, Lloyd's only at 5 stars right now. I'm excited about this. Love it, dude. GKM says, synergies on this team really fantastic. Woo and Lloyd mixed with the chill really make it hang with the meta. I'm going to keep trying that out, man. I'm going to keep trying it out as I keep leveling up the characters. My Lloyd is actually going to be at, what, gear level 7 pretty soon. I think he only has 2 more pieces that he's missing. So let's see. I already got my Commander Cold for the day, right? Yes. Then, if we come back in here and look at Lloyd real fast. Yeah, I need this particular piece. And I've already got all the materials for this. And I've got the materials for this. And I've got enough extra material. I've got so many fish. It's wonderful. So now all I need is the 25 dynamite in order to get this massive piece. And then, after that, I only have the 1 little piece below to actually come in and grab. And then he'll be at gear level 7 also. So, The healing on the team is a little bit low, and because my Lloyd is only at 5 stars, obviously it makes him a big target. Lloyd, not the hardest farm in the world, but definitely not the easiest either. Look at that, 5 dynamites. I love this. I only need 8 more dynamites, which I might be able to get today, given the rest of all the energy refreshes and things. So let's come into the, let's see, what are we doing now? Goodies? I think I need to do this again. Ah, yes, definitely. Before this changes in 35 minutes now, because now it'll change at 10 instead of at 11 for me, the way that it used to. Let's see. I think I'm missing some people over here on Twitch. What am I missing over here with you guys chitty chit chatting? I've been bumbling through the arena with Basil in my city team for the timed quest. Has it actually been working? And what rank are you in the arena that you're actually doing that, Theo? Still have Basil at 4 stars? Yeah, Captain, you gotta get him up, man. I only have no luck with my castle heroes are not that good for arena. Castle is still a pretty good arena team. It doesn't do a lot of damage anymore, and there's just too many people that know how to get around it. How is Magisto's tower now that it has been fixed? Asks Theo. Well, it's really, really good. And actually, there is a new pseudo meta emerging with a group of magical characters. The issue with it is that it requires a significant amount of whaling at the moment, but over time it'll become more available. So that's the team that I've been talking about before, which is primarily Basil and Willa, Magisto and Wu, and then as a 5th character, you've got some leeway in there. My suggestion has been to throw in Vankman because he hits so hard and has that magical tag. But you already have 3 other magical characters on the team, so if you want to swap him out for somebody else, like Princess Storm, or Jester Go-Go, or just another dedicated healer, or any other really big damage dealer, maybe the Highwayman if you want more fast damage, there are a number of ways to go. But yes, that team performed very, very well. And thank you, Tio, for the 100 sub shout out. We're going to keep it growing, guys. We're going to keep it growing. Okay, we are running through with our team with at least 1 space character on it. Keep this in mind, right? Remember, for your time quests, for the Brixpedish, you need spooky and space heroes. So we scroll all the way down to the end of our little team here, and we scroll up from the end, selecting Spooky Town. We go in first with the Zombie. Once you get your characters maxed, we should definitely do a video on that squad together. Yeah, GKM for sure, man. It's gonna take we should actually probably do it once I get Commander Cold to 7 stars and Zane to 7 stars, because if we wait until Lloyd gets up to 7 stars, we're gonna be waiting for like a year, because it takes forever to farm characters from the arena. Even though you can do it like 3 every single day, still takes a while. So let's do it once I get my Lloyd up to 6 and have everybody else at 7. See how it functions then. See how you really kind of work it, because you work it a little bit differently than you work some of the other teams. The damage of the team is a little bit lower, so you have to really plan ahead, because you can't nuke characters quite as hard with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like it. And obviously putting everybody into stealth means that Redbeard is less of an issue. It's pretty cool. By the way, Blacktron Dwayne as the monthly reward is terrible. I can max out my Cold 2 and get some footage as well. You have everyone else at 7. That's awesome, dude. And yeah, Blacktron Dwayne as a monthly reward, it's like actually kind of weird, because as soon as the ghost event is over, no one needs him anymore. And he's already so easily farmable, right? Like, you farm him in the Monolith Waste. No one has trouble farming in the Monolith Waste. The Monolith Waste is literally the easiest place to farm. All right, let's come up and grab our next spooky shared hero here. Who's it going to be? All right, we're at 19,000, and it's another Zombietron. They should have given us a Ghostbuster. Oh, they're never gonna do that, man. Put the external IPs in as monthly rewards. Yeah, don't hold your breath for that one, dude. Rip Bricko? Why are we ripping Bricko? Blacktron Dwayne gives free master tiles. That's now 10. Captain, that's a pretty good point. Extreme asks, am I going to unlock Ghost, Governor, and non-such? The answer to all three of those questions, Extreme, is no. I don't want any of those characters, as it turns out. I've dropped to the mid 200s from the low 100s with full city. Yep. But just finished the 14 win so I can climb again. 5-star Basil replaced 6-star Trent nicely for DPS output. Theo, that's actually pretty cool. And yeah, that sounds about right, actually. That as soon as you try to go into the arena with a lackluster team, people are just going to hammer on you, dude. I mean, we all know this. But yeah, that's a good point, Captain Flameheart. Blacktron Dwayne does give free master currency for anybody who's actually trying to farm it. Oh, space and collectible. Oof, interesting. Well, I know I know I need space. But what does my space collectible team look like? How strange. Look at this weird team that I'm having to put together. What is the average power level of this squad? Level 56, gear level 5? Oh no, I can't fake my way through that one. So unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna have to do it this way. Castle and collectible. So here we're going to do a castle team, and then I'm actually going to use a space shared hero if I can find somebody who's sharing. Oh no, because it has to be castle or collectible. So I guess I'll use a spooky hero then. I do have a ton of spooky heroes. All right, well. We'll throw in this Basil so that I can get the credit for the spooky hero coming in. And we'll just have to clear this one out this way. Extreme, why? Why am I not farming any of those three characters? Why don't I want any of them? Well, I am unimpressed with the Imperials just generally. So neither Admiral Nonsuch nor Governor Tierney holds a lot of luster for me. I think that in order to make them viable, you really have to dedicate like some time and some energy and a lot of frustration to figuring them out. And a full Imperials team is not a good way to go anyway. There are some people that have taken Admiral Nonsuch and put him on a Buccaneers team that looks something along the lines of Scarlet, Redbeard, Hank, Valiant, Admiral Nonsuch. I've heard of this team, and I've heard of that team working pretty well, but I don't know a single person who's using Governor Tierney, so I'm just not into it all that much. Also, the Ghost seems pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but in order to get him, you also have to level up all of your space heroes. Now, I have enough space heroes that are at or could be at 5 stars that I could try to unlock the Ghost. But the problem with that is the amount of money and gear that I would have to spend to get my space team up to a level where I could unlock the Ghost is actually not worth it to me for what I would then use the Ghost for, which is currently nothing, because I don't have a team for the Ghost to sneak his way into. I don't have a full spooky team, and I don't have that full magical team that I've been going for, or that I've been talking about, and even if I did, the Ghost doesn't have a spot on that team, at least not in my head. So the Ghost is a good character. If you want him, he is a good character to farm. Please, please, please go ahead and farm for that Ghost character if you want to. People have had a lot of success using him already. It just doesn't hold interest for me. Okay. Let me come back here and grab, I think the next spooky character on my team now is, let's see, we were at 19,000 was where I found my last one. So now we're up to, where's my next one? Wow, we're like already getting up into these high numbers. I don't think I've missed one yet, have I? If I've missed one on my scroll, please comment and let me know. That's Vankman, right? Yeah, and he's at 30,000. Wow, okay. There's a Ghost in there. And here are some Basils. There we go. So let's throw a Basil in here. So Venkman heals more on his basic than Poppy's courage generation. Wait, does Venkman heal on his basic? Did I say that Venkman heals on his basic? I don't know if that's correct. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, I've actually got to pay attention to this battle for a second. It's not going to be hard for me to win. It's just going to be really easy for them to deal extreme amounts of damage to me, which I don't particularly want. So let's come in here and try to nuke down our man Lloyd. Hey, check that out. Used a special ability against Lloyd and it pulled DigiJ directly out of stealth. Exactly like what we want to have happen from the Ice Station Odyssey. Oh, my dudes. Oh, my ninjas. You are in trouble now against this team, my friend. And DigiJ just taking it to the face, bruh. Just taking it to the face. Sort of like taking it to the streets, but like to the face instead. Now, let's go ahead and put the damage reduction on our man Lloyd. Look at that. Another special ability pulls Kai out of stealth. Kai, you are mine now, sir. Oh, you are totally mine. Get out of here, Kai. Yes, I am loving this right now. Amazing, dude. Wait, let's see. He consumes his health, but this can't kill him, right? What happens if I do this when he's below? Yeah, so he's just at like 1 health now. Interesting. Let's go ahead and put vulnerable on everybody, lock them out of their abilities. Yes, Ice Station Odyssey. Pull those ninjas out of stealth. Ninjas, you are gonna go down. Downtown, won't it be great when you're downtown? I feel like that's the Cartman version of Downtown. Anyway, yes, you saw it here. Ice Station Odyssey countering those ninjas by saying, too bad, so sad ninjas, out of stealth with you, playas. I am going to punch you in the eye. And that is exactly what I did and got an extra Magisto's Tower tile. Punch the ninjas in the eye with the Ice Station Odyssey set. Wha-bam! Gorwell is powerful. Yes, Apple Bricks. Gorwell is quite powerful. A lot of people are actually like, every time you open a premium bag, everybody's like, Gorwell tiles, please, Gorwell tiles. And it almost never happens. Although I believe the llama actually opened a pack and got 200 Gorwell tiles. So I think she's the only person I know who's gotten quite that lucky. But yeah, like majorly huge. You never know if they'll rework some stuff though. GKM, full imps. Oh yeah, gotcha. So GKM commenting on the Imperial question that we had, I think over in Twitch a second ago. Yes, the full Imperial team is like, it's like good, but he's right. It simply does not compete with the meta at the moment. There's just too much. There's too much synergy going on with the meta at the moment. Now, not only with the main meta, right? So if you're talking about like the whale meta that includes the spooky, the spooky trio, if you will, there's even still the Imperials are going to have a problem countering castle attackers, or countering a castle team, I should say, because a castle team is going to have a very high degree of sustain, and the imps don't do a lot of damage. That's one thing. They're also going to have a hard time countering pirates because they don't have a lot of sustain themselves, and the pirates deal a lot of damage. So they synergize pretty well, but they don't synergize well enough, nor do they have enough characters on that team that deal a lot of damage. For example, Valiant has one of the lowest attacks in the game, and Lee doesn't have hardly anything in the way of attack. So you've got Private LeQuay, whose attack is relatively weak unless he's on an Imperial team, which in this case he will be, but every time you defeat an Imperial, he gets weaker. So you're going to start by targeting, say, Admiral Nonsuch or Governor Tierney, depending on the makeup of your team and who you consider to be the bigger threat. But once you start doing that, like, every single character you take out makes LeQuay 10% weaker. So if you take out the whole rest of the team, he's lost 40% of his attack power off of his basic ability just from you defeating other members of the team. So not only does the team get defeated, or not only does the team get weaker when you remove a character, but it kind of gets weaker twice, if that makes sense. So yeah, it synergizes in a very, very interesting way that's like kind of cool, but then kind of not cool also, which I know is like kind of a lame thing to say, but I think you get what I'm talking about. What are you guys chit-chatting about over here on Twitch? Theosaurus Kilvin has a 65% to heal 5%, but she also gives 10% max health. Yeah, dude, I love Kelvin. Kelvin's amazing. So you have the self-heal for Venkman or the team heal from Kelvin. Venkman heals 10% when another magic hero attacks with a 60% chance. That's what Venkman's heal is, yeah. But yes, Venkman's heal is just as good as Poppy's is. That's a pretty solid that's a pretty solid assessment, actually. Poppy's rework is terrible. I appreciate the fact that they did rework her. I think she's like better than she was before, but yeah, in general that rework is just not great. Imperials do work decently, at least in bricks. LeQuay doing about 7k crit hits with 4 imps and the right buffs. Yeah, I mean, Captain, you're absolutely right. But the thing about this game in particular for me is, how does the team function when it's on defense or when you auto battle with it? Now, I know that like the real fun part of the game, I would think, the most fun part of the game is, you know, playing it offensively. So you're like, well, why are we worrying about what it's like to play these things on defense when defense we don't actually get to play? Hold on, I never use the ghost. So what does the ghost do? Deals damage to the target foe and gain critical damage up. Deal that much damage to the target foe with a chance to inflict vulnerable. Deal damage to the foe and has a chance to inflict defense down. Let's put vulnerable on him. Why not? He's gonna bring Explorer Aurora back to life. Life! Let's do some AoE damage to everybody. Nice. Nice crits all around from Zane. Man, Zane has an incredible ability to crit. I'm gonna take the Yuppie out. Oh, right, I forgot about the Arctic Glider. Boo earns. That's all right. Explorer Aurora down now. Yuppie has already done his res, so we can take the Yuppie Gonzo. Now we need to get rid of Willa. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Can I just take down Garma? No, because Garma dodges twice in a row. Garma dodges. Guys, the dodge. Why? Get the dodge out of my face. I'm like a total broken record on that dodge. But guys, you see it every single time you watch my stream. How many opportunities get missed because dodge is such a terrible mechanic. Let's take down that zombie. Oh! No res from the zombie. That's fine. I'll take it. I was going to win it anyway. I think they actually do very well against Castle, because non-such as basic and Governor's time bombs. Really? GKM, I will take your word for it, as you actually do know significantly more about the Imperials than I do. Plus, the Governor steals taunts, one of the Castle's main strengths. Well, there you go. Imperials versus Castle. Point Imperials. 2 points Imperials. I had no idea. But very nice. If you get Gorwell, just put her in the guild. What? And payback. I mean, payback for the Imperials to me is like their main mechanic that kind of puts them in there. They get the payback from Governor Tierney, right? I think that's where the payback comes in for them. Let's see. I just want to go back here and look for more spooky characters that I need to include on my team. Boom. Here we go. Matt, where does Boo Earns come from? It actually comes from a Simpsons episode where there's a whole bunch of people that are booing Mr. Burns, and then he says something along the lines of like, Smithers, what are those people saying? And Smithers doesn't want to say that they are booing Mr. Burns, or he says something, or like Mr. Burns is like, are those people booing me? Or something along those lines, and Mr. Smithers is like, no, sir, they're saying Burns. Burns. So that's where it comes from. It's lame, I know, and silly, but it is a Simpsons reference. Alrighty. Oh god, they have so many people on this team that are not pirates. I don't even think I need to worry about Redbeard's... Yeah, I don't even think I need to really worry about Redbeard's counter, because there's only like one person to trigger the counter, and he triggers like half of the counter. You know what I mean? Because Valiant is an Imperial, not a Buccaneer. So yeah, we'll come in here. Now we will focus down Redbeard just because he does the most damage on the team. Now that Explorer Aurora is gone. Valiant taking the opportunity to do his heal. So let's keep on dealing some damage over here to their Redbeard. I don't even need to remove any abilities or anything. Boom, Redbeard. Gonzo, friend. Gonzo. Now, I am actually going to... I could have used the heal here to try to keep the Basil alive, but instead, I am going to use Wu's Ultimatum. And then come in and try and knock the socks off of Businessman Trent here. Trent. Oof. Dodge. Boo earns on the dodge every time. Oh, there you go. So, like, I don't even think about it when I say Boo earns now. I just say Boo earns all the time. I don't need to give everybody else the heal, but will I? Nah. Man, and Basil's basic ability actually, I mean, like, considering that it's a basic ability, it really does heal for a lot, guys. He just healed for 1500 on his basic attack. So deal damage and get a minor heal there. That's crazy. Basil legit heals for more than Poppy does. And he's a tank. Ridiculous. Terribly rebalanced Poppy. But I digress. All right, let's come in here and just finish smacking down their Valiant. Man, Valiant has such high defense. So high is your defense, Valiant. This is, wow. Increased debuff durations on all foes. Clear taunt and stealth from everybody. Heals everybody. I don't need that. I'm actually just going to do this. Yeah, and now I can auto-battle the rest of this. Tio. Did you have her join the guild? How many members are in the guild? Oh, I'm not sure what you guys are talking about now. Something about Gorwell, I think. With Eldorado Fortress, he's even more squishy. And he gets a 55 defense boost. Who are you talking about right now? LeQuay? Right. Payback comes from Imperial's set third passive. Yeah, so they have a number of ways to get payback. So yeah, I mean, like, you guys are making a whole lot of good arguments for why the Imperials should work. But as we see every single week in the Brickspedition, you have that node, right, where you're fighting... Actually, which one do we have today? Ah, today is ninjas. Ooh, so we get to try my new team out. Excited about this, actually. Let's go ahead and grab this Eldorado tile. I know I always need more tiles of sets. Now, I think I'm done with spooky characters, am I not? Let's just do a quick stroll through here and make sure that we don't see any spooky characters just hanging out. Whoa, that was way too fast to scroll. So, now who to use instead? Okay, so we're done. So we've got 5 people left in here. Let's throw in Tio's Yuppie. I'm going to save the Yeti. I know there's somebody who's sharing a Yeti. I'm going to save the Yeti for the ninjas at the end and see how that works. So that'll be a 4-person chill team and a 3-person ninja team all at the same time, going in with the Ice Station Odyssey, even at 4-3-3-3. See how well that works, my dudes. Okay. Damage being dealt. Let's slow down Magisto, because it's always good to slow down Magisto. And then I'm actually going to switch over. Oh, nope, I'm not. I have an auto miss here coming from my Commander Cold. And then this guy, overworked, critical chance up and speed up on somebody. Nah, we're just gonna do a basic attack instead. And then, can we clear? Oh, so close to clearing Magisto out. Oh my goodness, just that fraction of a hit, man. And then he goes all the way back up to almost completely full health. Magisto, what a butt. Okay, Barnabas with the chance to taunt, or the chance to counter, but doesn't. Then I'm gonna come in here and actually clear all of the buffs off of Sal, because Sally Boy, because Sally Boy has that taunt that lasts forever. So we're gonna remove that. I'm gonna put everybody into stealth here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the damage reduction on my Lloyd. And now we're just going to hammer down. I guess we're just gonna hammer down the burn baby. Burn baby, burn. Barnabas Inferno, burn that mother down. Burn that mother down. Magisto does his special because he's super fast and gets there so fast. All right. Then Woo doing his vulnerable disarm on everybody. Now we can come in here and just get some crits across the board. Oh my goodness. Oh, the dodging. Come on, the dodging. Come on, Barnabas. You know you don't want to be alive anymore. There you go. Now, I'm going to do the ultimate against Magisto. Hopefully, I can deal enough damage with one person to take off that Hardy, and then another person to just get him dead, which is exactly what happened. Look at all of those bonus attacks. Yes, my dudes. Now we're tossing out all the heals. We're going to go ahead and take down Firefighter Ash, despite the fact that Sal has all of those debuffs on him and he can clear them. He is currently disarmed, which means he won't get the clear and he won't be able to get that heal off. But all of those stacks of enchantment keeping Firefighter Ash alive longer than she has any right to be. Get out of here, Ash! Ash is gone. Now. We're gonna try and take out construction worker Sal. Why? Because if we can prevent him from getting his little heal off, brilliant, we do. Now we have, let's see, Woo has 2 turns left before his heal is ready to go again. Can I basically stall for 2 turns to get that heal? I think I probably can. I think my team has enough stuff on it that I can just kind of do randomly in order to wait. Yeah, for Woo to just come around 2 full turns. Let's see if I can actually do it, though. I'm going to put some speed up on him. So here's this. Now I do a basic attack. Ah, but he goes down anyway. Wah, wah, wah. But we got it. It's fine. Fernando, haven't seen any new Bricks maps. Yes, they did announce that they were going to be releasing 2 new Bricks maps, but they did not say when. And they actually haven't given us an update on that, but I have a feeling the next update that they do will probably include the Brickspedition maps. It's a bit annoying at the moment. Lots of people who don't contribute to Guild Quest 2. Yes, Theo, that is actually a big complaint that many people have about the current guild system, is that there is... the guild leaders have actually very little control over the guild as a whole and very little control over their ability to communicate with the guild, right? You can't even put a message out there like, hey guys, we're starting a guild Discord, please join it here, right? Nothing. So you can't guarantee that all the members of your guild are in communication at all, which makes it very, very difficult to coordinate things like, well, guild events and quests and things. So it is very, very hard and something that everybody really wants to see them change. Captain, we had pirates yesterday on Bricks with the Imperial's first wave. The thing with Bricks is that I've never seen an Imperial team with their set. They always come with the Buccaneer set. Ah, Captain, that is a very, very good point, and one that I've actually never considered. So with their set, I wonder, we might see a couple of people running a full Imperial team emerging in the top 50 or so of the arena. And if we do, I will definitely go to battle against them with the Imperial set and see how they function. But until then, you're absolutely right. We do not see the Imperials without the Imperial set. It's a very, very important point. I'd love for them to be good, just invested in Ghost, so I can't go after non-such, but his kit looks good. Do I have any word on who will replace Abo and Waff? Mike. So, new CM. That's community manager for all those out there. The content creators do actually post in the content creator channel on like a daily basis. I don't know, GKM, you're in there too, right? How often would you say we ask about a new CM? Like every 2 days, probably every 3 days maybe, but we ask a lot about a new community manager. Little Wooden Boy has told us that they are basically that there's a kind of a new team that they're putting together. They just haven't announced it to us because it's not finalized yet. But they do apparently have a new community manager, but they're just sort of like finalizing paperwork and stuff, I guess. They're finalizing like businessy type things before they officially announce that person. Yeah, and GKM comments, we actually nominated Bricko. And Little Wooden Boy was like, it's not Bricko. Although I've never met Bricko in real life, so I don't know what he looks like. So it could be Bricko, and I just don't know it. But yeah, that's sort of like a little, kind of like a meme. We actually said, well, Bricko can do it. And they were like, no. Very funny. Extreme, the way how guilds work and be able to communicate with other guild members change. The other day I was looking for some set of chat so I could speak with my group members, but could not find one. So Extreme, they did announce, actually they announced this many, many times, but it may have been before you actually were in the game. Oh goodness, this clumsy node. I always forget about this clumsy node. It's so bad. It's so bad. But I digress. Yeah, so basically LEGO said that they are never going to actually incorporate a full-on chat function within the game, because the full-on chat function invites people to basically say lewd and inappropriate stuff. And LEGO is very, very particular about maintaining their family-friendly status, and including a chat function like you're suggesting would effectively ruin that for all intents and purposes. That they really couldn't do it without risking losing their family-friendly status. So they are not planning to incorporate a full chat function into the game as of now. But what they have said is that they also are aware of how problematic it is that there's no chat function in the game, especially when you're trying to coordinate with other people, other members of your team, etc., etc. So they're trying to find some sort of happy medium where they can say like, all right, well, this is the way you chat with other people in the game without allowing people to post profanity or say some other stuff, but while also kind of trying to maintain some degree of like neutral station, as it were, in terms of freedom of expression and all that kind of stuff that, you know, we Americans scream about all the time. So it is a very, very strange position that they find themselves in, that they've put themselves in, where they have announced, because of the family-friendly nature of our game, we are not going to allow people to just straight up chat. But at the same time, we have to find some way for people to chat that maintains this family-friendly status. What they've said in the meantime is that a lot of this has allowed that, they've said like, you know, the Discord community flourishes and all that kind of stuff. I think they might have they might incorporate something, like, from my opinion, I think that it would be nice for them to incorporate maybe like a guild message board that maybe the guild leader can post to if they're worried about everybody else commenting on it. And then that guild leader, if he wanted to, could say like, hey, here's our Discord server so we can coordinate stuff. And then the chat is outside of LEGO and they don't have to worry about it. But full-on chat messages between players, they're vehemently against, and they say so quite often, actually. In Bricks, it is fun to taunt with Valiant, put damage block from Kelvin on him, and then also payback from Magisto with the El Dorado Fortress set. Yeah, because then he just keeps getting dodgy too, right? Right then, really doesn't matter what other heroes you bring into the team, and since you can bring in a shared hero, you could put heroes with ultimates or high damage. Very true. They had a team before, and a lot of their communication was soon TM. I'm just hoping we get someone who can actually give us information and keep us excited. Yeah. So that was one of the things that everybody really liked about Abo was just the fact that he communicated with us like all the time, right? And then Waff came in, and I always really liked Waff, but apparently Waff had apparently people had mixed feelings about Waff, which I actually didn't know. But I thought he was cool. And then, yeah, so we're hoping that the community manager is somebody that can... Well, more than anything, I just hope the community manager is somebody who very clearly has a passion for the game and actually wants to be a part of the community rather than just taking a job as a member of the community. You know what I mean? It doesn't do us any good to have somebody who's like, yeah, I mean, I'll do it because I get paid. Because it's like, it's interpersonal communication. You know what I mean? And it's always more fun to talk to somebody that feels like they want to talk to you. That's just, like, that's how life works, right? So there. Alright, I'm coming to the end of this battle, and I want to make sure that I'm closing this up with everybody at as high health as I can get here. So I really need to start slowing down the damage I'm dealing, but I also really need to take out the Highwayman first. If I can take out the Highwayman first and allow their Cook Bart to heal himself, then I might be able to get enough rounds in here. Yes? Brilliant. Now if I can get enough rounds in here to get, yes, Magisto's heal off. Brilliant! Now I'm going to put the damage reduction on Lloyd and then stealth everybody. Yes, this is exactly what we wanted to happen. Now I can take down Cook Bart. And the only person who will have taken damage is... Uh-oh, now it might be nobody. Yes? Yes! Wow! Look at that healing at the very end! I accept. That is why I chose Cook Bart to be my guild ally for this particular node. Woo! Winning. Tio, Bricko is the god of CC. Matt legit complained to Little Wooden Boy about that clumsy node. Yeah, I took a screenshot of it, and I literally posted in content creator chat, what was the idea behind this? I totally can get behind making nodes more challenging, but only if they're fun. And this clumsy makes it no fun. It's like inviting you to just sit there and do nothing. Like, man, my team is sad. They can't hit anybody. I'm just gonna sit here and wait until they're not so sad anymore. It's a terrible design decision, guys. You have to actually try to play your content and make sure that it's fun. Clumsy on everyone? Ridiculous idea, guys. Ridiculous. Spelled R-idiculous. I'm up for Bricko as community manager. I'm sure he'll do great. I mean, his videos should be enough proof. I mean, honestly, if they wanted to make Bricko community manager, that could be pretty cool, but that is an actual job, right? There's actually like time commitment. It could be a full-time job for this game. So you can't just have a community member be community manager, because that's a full-time commitment. They have to get paid for it. That's an employee style position. You know what I mean? And then back on Twitch, you guys, thanks for explaining that to me. Stream, I'm here for you, bro. Good alternative to full chat would be something like pre-select commands. Like you can reply with good work, congratulate guild members reaching a certain level or achievement. Yes, Captain, that is also something that they have toyed with. The idea that they could basically let you have essentially like emojis. Basically what you're describing is like emojis in the game, whether they're in the form of images or in the form of words. It's like emojis that you can just sort of post up there. And I think that would be a good thing to add into the game, but I don't think it answers the main concern that people have about the communication in the game, which is predominantly, especially when raids come out, if raids require that you coordinate with your guild, then you have to have a method to coordinate with your guild. You know what I mean? So they have to include some degree of chat functionality in some way where people can communicate not just like simple emotions, but full-on ideas, right? And I think that probably the easiest way to do that, if they don't want to allow it in the game, is actually to allow a guild leader to have access to communicate via a guild like message board. and then they just always claim the right to edit what it is that you write on your board, right? So like every time you submit a message and hit enter to change it on the guild board, it goes to a back-end system that checks it for profanity and all this other kind of jazz, and it can actually, and all of this can be done basically instantaneously, right? So it's like any other profanity filter in any other game. If you're saying something inappropriate on your guild message board, like whatever, and then they can institute a policy like, if we catch you putting a bunch of inappropriate things up there all the time, we can, you know, suspend your account or any of that kind of jazz. But that also allows people to post things like, hey, we do have a message board in this other place, on this other website, on Discord, whatever, and you can join us there for whatever chat you want, and then Lego doesn't have to be responsible for it. And as far as what Lego actually presents, it's still family friendly. Switch, what is this 2009? My bad. What are you talking about? They could pay him. Yeah, Bricko. We're talking about Bricko. Yeah, they could pay him. Like on the Wii, they have like canned comments you can use. Yeah, so GKM, exactly that same way, right? Basically, it's just emojis with words. Or emojis are just images of the words. I don't know, whatever you want. But essentially, the fancy word for that nowadays is emoji, right? Okay, let's come back to this and look at what we're fighting here. Now, remember, I brought the Yeti in specifically because of the Yeti's extra damage dealing abilities against characters that have Dizzy, and the fact that he is also a chill character. This is an excellent test of this team because we're fighting against the ninjas, which are going to get that full stealth from Lloyd right at the beginning. Now, something to consider here is that this is the first time I've done this with the Ice Station Odyssey, which gives a speed boost to my other chill characters. So I don't actually know whether or not Kelvin is going to go before their Lloyd. So let's check that out because it's going to make a very, very big difference if she does. So we're going to do a basic attack here. Then their Wu goes. Great. Kai gets the assist. Fine, whatever. Now my Lloyd is going to go, and I am going to actually just do a regular attack. Now their Lloyd goes. Okay, and then my Kelvin goes. If my Kelvin had gone first, I could have used her second ability to actually slow down their Lloyd so that I would get more time to take out perhaps their Kai, right? Good things to think about. Now, I'm going to put my damage reduction here on Lloyd. And I'm going to start using some special abilities because I want to try to pull their characters out of stealth. Look at that! Kai coming right out of stealth. Can I smash the little man down? I would really, really like to. Let's put a taunt on our Yeti. This is going to get a counter from Kai, which is then going to get another counter from the Yeti. Remove that Hardy, and boom! Kai is downzos, guys. Downzos goes the Kaizos. Amazing. Loving it. Exactly what the chill is supposed to do against the ninjas. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. 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 Now, we have more special abilities that we can use, don't we? Although I don't need to use the pep reduction here. If they're inflicted with Dizzy, another random hero gains pep, so I'm going to save that. Because I don't have Dizzy on him, but I am going to use this special ability. We don't pull anyone else out of stealth. That's okay. But we do have Dizzy on him, which means he's going to take twice as much damage from Zane's AoE. But we get the dodge in there. The unfortunate dodge of doom. Deals damage plus 50% damage if they have debuffs. If they have grit down, which he does. Then they also get inflicted with that, but they all have Hardy on them as well. All right, let's go ahead and do this. It should probably clear the Hardy off of him at the very least. It does. Now. This is actually going to be a tough call. If I put out the heal, I know that they're, yeah, all right. I'm actually going to do the heal, and I'm going to save my Wu's special because they also did the heal. Very cool. Great. That means that my Magisto on this next turn is going to be able to get... Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That means that my Wu on his next turn is going to be able to do his special. Now, if I do this, They're inflicted with dizzy, which he is. Another random hero gains 20% pep. That could be nice. I don't know which hero it's going to be, but let's see which one gains the pep. Do we see it? I don't know who it was. But regardless, we'll go ahead and finish out Lloyd while he's here. And now I'm going to target down their... Oof. Zane has dodge up. Master Wu has an extra like 45,000% chance to dodge. So it's kind of hard to say who would be best at this point. But I think I'm going to go with... Oh, goodness. Let's see. Master Wu is going to do a basic attack on his next turn because I will have locked him out of doing anything else. Which means that if he does his basic attack, that it's going to put one of their characters into stealth. Yes. Deals that much damage to all foes. Foes inflicted with dizzy are inflicted with stun and debilitate. If you didn't have dizzy, you're going to be inflicted with debilitate. I think I just want to save this at this point for the next round of folks. Jeez. I also might want to save Wu's special for the next round of folks at this point. My goodness. Very, very tough decisions being made here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do the basic attack. I changed my mindos. Now we have their Wu coming in with his ultimate. Now, hopefully this wasn't a giant mistake and now I just get one-shotted by their Zane. But I don't think that's going to happen. Famous last words. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Zany boy targeting Kelvin, who's got a lot of health, very high defense. Now I can come in here and get the heal off. Brilliant. Now we're gonna just come in here and keep hammering down on their zany boy. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Now, damage reduction and clear a debuff. I think I actually want to save that ability at this point because I know that I have the next round of ninjas coming up. So what I actually really want to do here is make sure that everybody is full on all of their special abilities so that I have the opportunity, unless I get to... Nope. I was going to say except for Wu, who I might get to his heal. Oh, but look at this. Right at the beginning, locking everyone out of their abilities. Brilliant. Now, here's the thing that we come to, right? If I can hammer down Garmadon before they get into stealth, that would be excellent. But I don't know if I'll be able to. So, I'll be getting 1, 2... So, let's see. My Lloyd will attack, my Zane will attack, my Commander Cold will attack, and my Yeti, I think, will attack before it's Lloyd's turn. Oh, but wait! Everybody is locked out of all of their abilities. So that's like 2 full turns that I get. Yes, Garmadon. We usually leave Garmadon for last because of his ability to heal himself like a bouse. But now we're not going to because everybody's locked out of their abilities. So we're just going to smash on the Garminator. Oh no! Except for that, Master Wu goes and puts him into stealth. A giant Boo Earns was heard around the world. Let's slow down Naya so that she doesn't get that heal off. Yes, the special pulls Garmadon out of stealth, and then we do Yeti's ultimate ability on Garmadon, who also has Dizzy on him. Go, Yeti! Go! Clear him out! Oh, some damage is done, but he's still alive. I would love to use the heal, but I don't want to risk that Garmadon stays alive. But it looks like I don't need to worry about it because I have several heroes that can go before Garmadon takes his turn, like Lloyd. Good night, Garmadon. Good night, Garmadon. Good night, Garmadon. You're terrible and now you're dead. Woo! All right. Now when it comes to Lloyd, he might do his little taunty taunt of doom. So I'm gonna freshen up my own Lloyd here, because my Lloyd is gonna come in and do his little taunty taunt of doom, as it were. Let's go ahead and remove this defense from their Lloyd, because major bum bums, and we're gonna go ahead and do a special from the Yetster. Ooh, it does not bring anybody else out of stealth. But we're all right now. I'm all right. Don't nobody worry about me. Sweet. I'm loving it, dude. This chill team, and they're not even all 7 stars. Working. 'Cause I'll be working my way back to chill teams and the love we had inside. Jersey Boys. 4 seasons. Hashtag Broadway. All right. Come on, Lloyd. Now it's taking forever because Lloyd is just dodging and dodging and dodging. The damage on the team is low, but I'm trying to get their Lloyd down so that I can just stop worrying about his darn stealthy stealth of doom on everybody. All right. Next person we probably need to worry about is DigiJ, honestly. Naya is still alive. DigiJ does the most damage, but that's fine. We will take it. Oof, look at this. Commander Cold, what are you doing? No extra turns for you, DigiJ. And then we're going to remove that turn meter because no. Because I said no, sir. I said no. And then we'll get a heal off from our Master Hu. We'll deal that AoE damage from our nice little Zane boy. I would love to put the damage reduction, but I also need to deal the damage to DigiJ. So we're going to deal the damage instead and take DigiJ out skis. Now back on to Wu. Wu with his heal. Now, do I lock them out of their abilities or clear this hardy garbage off of Wu? I'm clearing the hardy garbage off of Wu. I know I have the ultimate, but in this particular case, I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeti coming in and attacking twice. Yeti, I love the Yeti. The Yeti is amazing. I'm so excited to get Yeti at the end. I'm gonna be wailing out for so many stars of that character. It's just gonna be ridiculous. 2, maybe even 3 energy refreshes a day. I'm saving all of these gems that I just got from this like 2,700 gems they gave everybody for some reason. I'm spending them all on the Yeti. I'm getting Yeti to 7 stars. Love that character. Obsessed. Okay. Now, I don't mean to ruin that for anybody because I don't know if I actually should be that obsessed. People have tried out the chill team and claimed that it doesn't work as well as I would like it to. However, I think, honestly, that the full chill team, the weak spot on the full chill team is Explorer Aurora. I plan to switch her out for Wu and see how that all works. Boom! Look at that. Look at that. Both of the ninja teams with my mostly 6-star, although mostly gear level 7, chill team with Ice Station Odyssey. Ice Station Odyssey only at 4,333. None of the abilities are at point number 5, but there you go. Check out that synergy, guys. Bringing the ninjas out of stealth because ninjas always want to be in stealth. And I say, no, ninjas, no! Out of stealth with you so that I can target your Kai on the first round and prevent him from smashing my face. Get out of town, sirs. Get out of town. Now, of course, I did have a 6th man on my team, that buddy Yeti. So that's not nothing here. But, whew! I'll take it. It's very nice. Very nice. If you haven't watched the new Borat movie, it's hilarious. Please watch it. Although before you go out and watch it, I should say it is super inappropriate for children. So if you're a parent and you don't care, then doesn't matter. But if you're a parent and you do care, the Borat movie is super inappropriate for children. It's also incredibly funny. But I digress. What were we all talking about while I was going nuts on that last node? I think I have another arena battle that I need to do here before we sign off, but tell me what's the buzz, everybody else. Same. Matt is like Bumblebee from the Transformers films using a radio to speak. You're talking about how I just do like crazy different voices, like cut it, like breaking out into song all over the place. It's ridiculous. I'm a ridiculous human. Crazy man. All right, Twitch. What are you guys saying over here on Twitch? Mike asks, do we have any advice on how we might be able to prepare for raids, teams, sets, abilities, free to play, or low cost friendly observations? Mike, the only information that anyone has on raids right now is that they are going to be space focused. Now what that means We actually have no idea. However, the initial conception of raids before it got pushed back was that it seemed like it was planned to be released after the space update, right? So they had the space update where they reworked all the space characters, that whole like Swiss Army knife of peril, like whatever, mix match them on your team. And then raids, it felt like raids were going to be like the next month after that. And since then they've gotten pushed back. So at the time, we knew that the raids were going to be space themed, and we knew that the space characters were going to have some degree of advantage in helping you complete the raids. So based on that information and the information from the time, what I would tell you is that farming the space characters seems like a good idea. However, since they pushed back the raids, they have been very mum on the subject. So whether or not the whole thing has gotten changed and is not space-centric anymore, we don't really know. We know that Gorwell and Gens was slated to be the rewards from the raid, that's space-themed, and Gorwell was going to apparently become more farmable with the release of the raids, whatever that meant. So it seems like space-themed is the way to go to prepare for raids. However, we don't know when they're coming out. I still think they're going to push them out before 2021. I think it would be an excellent holiday move for them to push those out for the holidays. There's going to be a big push, people spending lots and lots of money around the holidays, like people at home taking time off from work. They need this content out. They need to have it out for people to play. Now, Little Wooden Boy said it's unlikely that it comes out before 2021. I don't know, man. I think like if there was ever a time to push, it's now. And I know they want to release like more intellectual property before the holidays come out with whatever this water theme is, right? Whether it's SpongeBob or Ninja Turtles or something else we've all forgotten about. But I don't know. If they're not hard at releasing raids at this point, then I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, that's a completely separate subject. What can you do to prepare for raids? That's all I got for you. Potentially like build up a space team? Maybe? We're not entirely sure. But that's what it looks like right now. We need space teams with Gorwell out of the picture for most of us. Kartovsky to Dwayne useless, Quincy impossible to farm. Right. So Mike, if you are looking for a space team to farm for the raids per what I just said, then this is the space team that you're looking to get. Ignore Blacktron Quincy there for a second. Those top 5 space characters are completely 100% free to play farmable. Some of them are harder than others, right? Commander Cold, for example, has only 2 nodes in which you can farm him from, and they're both Pip Town nodes. So you have to have a strong enough Pip Town team to clear those nodes, gold, trophy them, or whatever, so that you can actually farm him. Otherwise, all of the other 4 characters are available in the Monolith Waste. Dr. Kelvin, Spaceman Reed have 2 nodes each in the Monolith Waste. Blacktron Dwayne has 1 and Locust has 1. So, if you're looking to farm a space team and you have a decent number of gems, but let's say you don't spend a lot of money in the game, pay for energy refreshes in the Monolith Waste so that you can clear out all the space nodes every single day. And you can farm these characters incredibly quickly. Commander Cold, it's up to you to figure out whether or not you have the team comp that would allow you to gold trophy his nodes. Be very, very careful. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Wait for it. Are you not coming? Come on, sneeze. And then it just went away. I don't know. My body is weird. Okay. But yeah, Commander Cold, figure out if you have the right team comp to actually gold trophy those Commander Cold nodes. If not, figure out what you would need to be able to do that, right? Maybe you have almost the right Pip Town team. Also, be very, very careful of where you use and whose guild allies you use, because you can use those to help you complete those nodes, and you should. Then, of course, there's what set you want. Now, the sets are also fairly easy to farm for the space team. Spy Track 1, for example, is part of the weekly challenges. And where else can you get? Oof, I can't click on it without actually seeing where to get the tiles. Nope, I can't click on it without actually seeing where to get the tiles. But Ice Station Odyssey is going to be, well, Alpha Centauri is going to be the hardest farm because there is no farm for it. Ice Station Odyssey, the second hardest because it's in the Brixpedition. Spy Track 1 and Galaxy Explorer are both available throughout the game. Galaxy Explorer is available in a number of different places. I think Galaxy Explorer is available in both Piptown or Glyph Hunt nodes, can't remember, but one of the two. And then in Monolith Waste on board number 4. GKM says Monolith Waste for Spy Track. Is that on board 2? No. Is it on board 3? Yeah, Spy Track on board 3. I mean, like, the Monolith Waste has all of the space stuff that you could need or want, with the exception of Commander Cold, to try and prepare for raids, whatever that means, once raids actually come out. Let's get some Node 10 Ninja ASMR. Idea for a new name, Matt. Fancy that. It's just a new saying, right? At Mr. Fancy Matt, I'm prepping hard for the Yeti event. Seen his event twice, still regret not going for him both times. Yeah, me too, but it's like hindsight is 2020, right? But it's also hindsight. When the Yeti first came out, there was no team to synergize with him, right? Kelvin at the time was absolutely abysmal, and Commander Cole, like Kelvin, when the Yeti came out, first off, there was no Ice Station Odyssey, so there was no chill set at all. Secondly, Kelvin was probably the worst character in the entire game. Her special abilities did nothing. Her attack power was terrible. She wasn't particularly fast, like nothing. There was literally nothing she did that was helpful. Anybody else was pretty much better than she was. The only person that probably got more flack than her was Poppy at the time. But now with the rework of her, the addition of the synergy to Commander Cold, the fact that people started putting together the fact that Zane also has that chill tag, Explorer Aurora has that chill tag, and now everyone has Explorer Aurora because of the Arctic Glider. There's a lot of stuff going on now, and now the Yeti is looking pretty good. Plus, I mean, I agree. I think the Yeti's pretty good. Spy Track has a mission in the Monolith Waste. Yes, only Dwayne and Cold to 7 stars. Both already at 6-star. Galaxy Explorer at 5. So yeah, there you go. Galaxy Explorer also, I have a feeling when they release more classic space characters that this Galaxy Explorer is going to be really, really strong, right? I mean, look at what it does. So first off, at the start of a space hero's turn, well, if you're running a classic space team, once we get more classic space characters, that's going to be your whole team. If they have no debuffs, they gain skill up. All right. But then this is huge. At the start of battle, Explorer heroes increase their speed by 2% per active classic space hero and have a 30% chance to gain Dodgy. Dodgy, a huge, huge buff in this game. But increasing their speed, now it's worth noting that this speed buff, even if you had a full classic space team, is still going to be smaller than the speed buff that you get for chill people on the Ice Station Odyssey set. However, this one is not just limited to space characters. It's based on how many classic space characters you have, but it's all of your Explorer heroes increase their speed. Then you look here, whenever a space hero deals damage to a foe, there's a 50% chance to clear all of the buffs from that foe. Every single time, 50% chance? That's huge. Your foes will never have buffs on them. It's insane. You want to worry about getting taunt off of your foes? You don't even need to have a character that can clear debuffs, because all of your characters can clear debuffs. That's crazy. And then for each of the buff that is cleared, their pep goes down and your pep goes up. If they have 5 buffs, right? If you're fighting against a castle team where they just have like extraordinary numbers of buffs, it's very, very easy for someone on the enemy team to have 3, 4, even 5 buffs. Let's say they got 4. Then that means that there is a 24% pep shift there. You lower theirs by 12 while yours raises by 12, and this is a 50% chance on every turn. That could be massive, dude. Plus they're already fast from the second ability. Then it has a 4th ability. I can work with this. Whenever a techie hero gets a debuff, their pep is increased by 5% for each active space hero, and their grit is increased. Every time a techie hero gets a debuff, their pep is increased by, if you have a full team, 25%. So if they're fighting against, let's say, a pirate, and the pirate Argenta hits with her pistol ability. Can't remember what it's called, but her pistol ability, and it applies 3 debuffs. You just gave that techie character 75% pep. You shot him and gave him 75% pep. That's redonkulous. I mean, think about it like this, right? Whenever a techie hero gets a debuff, if you have a bunch of techie heroes on the team, and let's say you have all 5 of them alive, and then Wu does his ultimate, which puts vulnerability and disarmed on everyone on your team. That would mean that he also gives 50% pep to every techie hero on your team. That's ridiculous. And then the last ability, and then in addition to all this, the set has 5 abilities, not 4, 5. Whenever a classic space hero gets a debuff, they have a 25% chance to clear all debuffs from themselves and a 40% chance to gain debuff immunity for 2 turns. So again, let's use Wu as an example. Whenever a classic space hero gets a debuff, there's a 25% chance that they clear them all. Wu puts on 2 debuffs. So if they happen one at a time, then that means, or if the way that the programming works, I should say, is that they're applied one at a time, then that means there's a 50% chance that after the application of one of them, that they clear them and then gain debuff immunity. Additionally, if they were techie, they got a whole bunch of pep. So it's entirely possible that Wu could use his ultimate ability on a techie classic space character, and that in doing so, he would actually give that character debuff immunity and 50% pep instead of vulnerable and disarmed. That's massive. And Wu's not the only example of character. Like, think about Willa, for example. Throwing debuffs all over the place. I don't know. If there were more classic space characters in the game, I would have been farming Galaxy Explorer like 3 months ago when it first became available in the Monolith Waste. But right now, there is only one classic space hero available to us, and it is Spaceman Reed. Spaceman Gens is going to be the next one. Spaceman Gens is only available when raids come out, and even with the increase of, or the addition of Spaceman Gens, I'm not sure that 2 classic space heroes actually makes it worth it. But let's include techies here, for example. Oh wait, sorry, so classic space and techie together, that's Spaceman Gens there, right? So Spaceman Gens becomes effectively immune to Master Wu, just like immune to Master Wu. Great. If you look at just the techie characters, then there's a whole bunch of other really great characters to throw out here too. Clockwork Robot and Kartovsky. If you're looking for more pep manipulation and more anti-stealth synergy, there you go. Just put both of those people on your team. Now, Kartovsky is space, right? So if we also look at just space characters, you're looking at a team here that's running your Galaxy Explorer that is probably made up, let's say ultimately at some point you've got Gorwell, right? So you've got Spaceman Reed, you've got Gorwell, Spaceman Gens, and possibly the Locust, right, for that taunt. Now you've got some 5th spot in here. You can throw in Major Kartovsky if you have Major Kartovsky in order to get more space synergy with also more anti-stealth synergy. You could throw the Clockwork Robot in here if you could farm the Clockwork Robot, or get Clockwork Robot to 7 stars or whatever for additional pep manipulation. You could also decide if you wanted to throw in Blacktron Quincy, Dr. Kelvin, or Commander Cold for more space synergy, although if you're going to use Dr. Kelvin, I would also use Commander Cold and possibly change this team to Spaceman Reed, Spaceman Gens, Gorwell, Dr. Kelvin, and Commander Cold, leaving off Locust even because of the increased speed of your team. You're going to have them hit much harder. Dr. Kelvin, with her and Commander Cold's ability to put damage reduction. Gorwell, what you're really missing on that team is a major healer. Like, Gorwell has a huge heal, but it's not a super fast one. You know what I mean? Anyway, Galaxy Explorer to me opens up so many possibilities and so many like fun theory crafting ideas. It might be, actually GKM, there's a fun one for us to do at some point if you want to. spend some time and like really look into all the different abilities and come at a video with like Galaxy Explorer theory crafting, right? Including theory crafting for characters that are not currently out, like Spaceman Jens and Gorwell. Like, I know technically Gorwell's out, but realistically, nah, she's not out. Anyway, so lots of me talking Galaxy Explorer stuff, which is like completely random at the moment, but I got set off on it because of, what was it, Mike? Was it your question about preparing for raids? Yeah. So you guys let me know what you think. I think I need to go in and do another arena battle, right? Right. Monolith Waste for Spy Track and Galaxy Explorer. I think it's in Pip Town too. Yeah. Tio, your Galaxy Explorer is at 5 stars. Are you actually using it for anything? I do love the techie tag. Yeah, people really love the techie tag. I think it's like, it suggests like, I'm gonna use my brain and figure stuff out. And people like using their brain to figure stuff out. I've got him, let's see, I've had situations where Kartovsky had 3 turns in a row with the Galaxy Explorer set. Yeah, that's a captain, I 100% believe it. And I imagine what you're talking about is like, he goes and then someone applies debuffs on him, which gives him so much pep that he goes again. And then someone on their team goes and applies debuffs on him, which gives him so much pep that he goes again. Yeah, it's wild, dude. I love those. I love pep or turn meter manipulation teams, and I love life steal teams. Those are always my favorite teams in all these kinds of games to play with. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I loved all of the clones and the Sith team when Darth Nihilus came out and gave everybody like insane amounts of life steal. Those are always my favorite kinds of teams. Classic Space and Techie, that would be Gens, yes, Fancy, and GKM. I mean, GKM, Mike says we have to do it, and whatever Mike says goes. So, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna come in here and use the same team again. Try to come in here and really work this out. Now, there is something funny that I just realized about my team, which is I'm gonna continue to farm up Lloyd until the Yeti comes out. But once he does, the Yeti is actually going to replace Lloyd in my team. For a bit, like I'm gonna try that out and see how that works. Okay, but hold on, I digress. Now, I am still gonna start with Wu's basic attack, then throw stealth up on everybody else and damage reduction on my Lloyd. They don't have anybody who can remove debuffs. Great. So that means Lloyd is gonna be sitting there with his taunt and with his effective taunt and damage reduction. Look at this. Look at that damage all being cut in half. Even from the Highwayman, just a 2,000 point hit. Brilliant, loving it. Now, we remove the taunt from their Valiant. I remove some turn meter from their Redbeard. I'm gonna go ahead and change this to damage immunity on Lloyd. Look at that. That's huge. Lloyd gets damage immunity. Now, you'll notice that that doesn't prevent him from taking damage from the debuffs that have been applied to him. But every other source of damage, incoming damage from enemy players, get out of town, no dice. No dice. It's not a nice. It's not very nice. And now we can come in here and I think probably effectively take out the Highwayman before he gets into stealth. At the very least, we put the Highwayman into Dizzy. Dizzy Town, Highwayman. The Highwayman is in Dizzy Town. And now we can get a nice heal off with Wu. The time bombs go off on our Lloyd, but keep him alive. Remember, Lloyd, gear level 6, 5 stars. So not even fully powered up here. Manages to survive. Now, I'm gonna use his heal. We're coming in here to target down our gents. I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to put more defense onto Maloidy Lloyd. More damage reduction, I should say. Smart idea, so it looked. Oh, and then Valiant, get out of here with that taunt. I don't need you taunting up in here. I am busy. Busy putting damage immunity on Lloyd again when everybody is in stealth and they can only attack Lloyd anyway. It's brilliant! He's mine! I love it. I mean, like, look at this. Look at the way the team synergizes. Now, admittedly, on defense, this team is going to get rocked, and you can see exactly how, right? They've managed to get my Lloyd down to almost 0 more than once. But with that damage immunity that I got kind of lucky to apply, right? Because remember, the AI for Kelvin is pretty bad. At least it used to be. I don't know how it works now because as of right now, I think I'm the only person who's using Kelvin in the arena. Like, the only one. Look at the whole rest of the arena teams. You don't see it at all. But if you get Kelvin to do exactly what I just did, which is to put her damage reduction on Lloyd, it's huge. Now picture Lloyd at gear level 7 stars, right? Or once I get the Yeti out with his taunt up and his counter damage up, just picture it in your minds. Picture it in your minds. I am 100% the only person using this team in the arena. And I mean, if you look at the rest of the teams, you can see why. Oh, look at this person who's number 1 right now. This is not even a whale team. This is like anyone could have this team number 1 in the arena. Guys, take a look right up here. You want to be number 1 in the arena without having to wail for it. Mighty Latitude Champion is showing you the way. 6-star Magisto, 6-star Wu, and then 7 stars of Brutus, Verda, and Jester Gogo. Looking pretty solid. All gear level 7. Right underneath it, basically the same team, but swapped out Verda for Basil the Batlord. The interesting thing about these is it doesn't look like it's that team is that hard to beat. Right? You come in and you only get 1 taunt off of Brutus at the beginning on Magisto. So if you have Wu on your team, you can clear that pretty easily. And then what? You just hammer down Magisto for a while? I think the only catch here is because Magisto and Wu are so fast that they keep putting stacks of enchantment on people every time they use their abilities, which prevents people from dying. But otherwise, anyway, I digress. Let's look through here and see if anyone else is using anything even remotely similar to the team I'm using. Here's a full ninja team with their Garmadon at 3 stars. Here you go, 13. Using the Cold Kelvin synergy here with a couple other space characters and a 5-star Galaxy Explorer. There you go. Somebody using 5-star Galaxy Explorer. Ironically, with 0 classic space characters on the team. Weird, but sure, why not? I would imagine that in their case, they probably have this at like 1-5-5-5-5-5. You know what I mean? Because they obviously don't need extra speed from classic space characters if they're not going to use any. But I wonder if in this particular circumstance, if Spaceman Reed wouldn't function better than their Redbeard, right? I don't know. Friendly Island Wise Guy. Wait, Friendly Island Wise Guy. That's one of you guys, isn't it? I think so. Tell me all about it, studs. Let's see. I really think Lloyd is better for that team. Oh, you mean better than the Yeti? Yeah, possibly. The difference is the Yeti will the Yeti will provide more damage output because of his extra abilities, and he'll bring more anti-stealth synergy by using his special abilities in conjunction with the Ice Station Odyssey set. So that's the thought there. But when it happens, I'll be trying it out. I think on offense, the Yeti is going to be much better. The question is whether or not he's better on defense, really. And that's where Lloyd might have the edge. 100 subs and using Ice Station Odyssey, says EMZ. Thank you very much for the 100 subs. Congrats, guys. And I use Kelvin and Ice Station Odyssey. Those are my babies. EMZ, you're the man, bruh. Doesn't Nooch have Kelvin in his arena team? Feign Death, you can't beat it that easily. Yeah, Magisto's tower is crazy. I have the Governor at 90 out of 115. Jester! Well done, you're getting close, man. You're getting close. Dude, let us know when you've unlocked them all. All right. Galaxy Explorer, so much better in Camlet's opinion. Liking the prospect of your stream running at the same time that new content drops. It will be good to see your initial reactions to things. Yeah, Theo, it's, oh, right, because new content drops at 11, which is now 10 o'clock my time. So we have a whole new, so we have the collector set to do here, and I don't need any of these things. So I'm just gonna keep getting more space tiles, I guess. I'll be very interested to see what they do with all this, because, like, does anyone actually need any of these tiles anymore? They really need to expand this out, put a 5th node in there, and start really, like, you know, pushing it out some. Am I right? Am I right? My weekend streams get to go so much longer. Oh, it's fun. Can't wait until you get your Imperial team. Jester Gogo. Classic Space and Techie, that would be Jen's. What is your Gisto farm up to? I'm at 91 out of 100. Oh, my Magisto's already at 6 stars. I crossed over that threshold like a week ago, I think, and put Magisto up to 6 stars. One day we might have 6 and 7 star sets. That is very, very true, but we don't know when that's going to happen, and I doubt it's going to happen anytime soon, to be honest with you. Oh, check this out. We got the 100 more energy. We're gonna come in here. My God, my nose itches so much. We're gonna come in here and use this extra energy, get more event currency. And then we're gonna finish out in the shop here today, guys. I'm gonna go into the shop, spend whatever the currency is that I need to spend, open that premium bag for you, and then bid you adieu until Wednesday. Wednesday. Oh my God. On Wednesday, when I next see you guys, we're gonna have a brand new president in this country. Or the same president, actually. But it's going to be after the election is actually what I meant. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, open this premium bag. 15 Princess Storm tiles. All right. Not something that I really need. Something that I have suggested in the past might be an interesting run once they figure out what to do with Courage, because Courage is currently terrible. But at the moment, not doing me much good. Mashup, already used all of it. Guild, Arena, Master Currency, got a few more here, but tier 3 set tools, holding on to them. All right, guys, that is the stream on this Sunday. I will bid you all adieu, but I will leave you with this. Tuesday is election day. If you haven't already voted by your absentee ballot, mailing it in, whatever, then you need to get on it. However, if you are the kind of person who's going to be mailing in ballots, don't do it. Go in person. Vote on Tuesday. Make sure that you are in a state where you fully understand your voting rules and regulations, and please show up and make your voice heard. Again, that's on Tuesday. This is an incredibly important election, regardless of which side of the aisle you stand on. I think it's probably pretty clear which side of the aisle I'm on, but I'm not going to try to sway you all. I'm just going to say, go out and vote. Because regardless of what it is that you stand for, this is a very, very important election with two very, very different candidates, and the things that they represent are almost diametrically opposed from one another. So if you want your voice to be heard, if you want to count, voting is your way to do it. Show up on Tuesday and get your vote in there. And we'll see what happens. Wednesday morning, guys. I'll either be really upset or really excited. I don't know. We'll find out. I also might not be upset because whatever. But go out and vote. Did I mention that? You should vote. In case I didn't say it already, go out and vote on Tuesday. What day is that you're supposed to go out and vote again? It's Tuesday. Go out on Tuesday and vote. Did I say that correctly? Tuesday, right? Yeah? Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. Go out and vote. All right, guys. Peace out. I'll see you Wednesday morning.